Welcome to another episode of The Fit Frequency. I'm your host, Doug Wattenshade, and today we have Lauren St. John of Vital Love Yoga. Lauren has, she's been around for a long time through several stages of fitness and other things with us, starting as a member and then becoming more and more involved, which I will let her tell you about all that. But Lauren, welcome. Tell everybody, how did you first get introduced to, maybe let's back up, even before Delaware Fit Factory. How did you get introduced into health, fitness, whatever?
Wow. I don't know that I've thought about that much since I started Delaware Fit Factory. Sometimes the last 2 years feels like the real start of my health journey, I think. But I would say when I moved to St. Thomas, it definitely opened my eyes a little bit to like how active I was and the way that I was eating. Maybe even just a little bit before that, when I got a cancer diagnosis and I had to eat a special low iodine diet to be able to complete some of the radioactive iodine treatments. And I think at like that point in time, I was like, wow, the way that I'm eating is really impacted. And when I had to go on this like low iodine diet, it was incredibly clean. And I was like, wow, the way that I feel is really impacted by the way that I have been eating, and I feel just a lot lighter. So then not long after that, it was when I moved to St. Thomas, and then we did like a lot of just outdoor active stuff, right? Like being on the water, hiking, and never really working out, so to speak, but just living a little more of an active lifestyle in that way. And then I moved back stateside with Ryan, and soon-to-be daughter, was pregnant with her at the time. And I took my first ever prenatal yoga class. I had taken like some yoga classes on the beach, but I don't know why it never really quite resonated until that prenatal yoga class. And it was something, I guess, just about this connection with the pregnancy and the movement that felt really beautiful and made me feel super at home in my body with what was going on. And then it all just kind of spiraled from there. Like I started taking more yoga classes, and that led to me wanting to teach yoga. And then I saw that my husband really loved CrossFit. That was also new to him, but he got a head start on me on that journey. And the way that that impacted him led me to want to be a part of that and continue moving forward with like our health journey. And so I think just like being able to take care of myself in that way, and seeing my husband take care of himself in that way, and how that leads our kids to want to take care of themselves. So I don't know, it's just kind of been like a trickle effect of all of those things.
Yeah, one thing leading to another, and when we had Ryan on the podcast, he said it's been really cool that it kind of started as his gym, and then it's turned into your gym as well. And then the kicker, not a dry eye in the house, when he says like Sloane's asking, can we go to our gym?
Yeah.
Which is makes me feel all the warm and fuzzy. So,
and like when she couldn't make it to a kids class, being like, well, I'll go with you to your class, and then modifying it to her and letting her, I love that. I love that about this place. I love that even before we had the kids CrossFit classes, that we were able to bring our kids with us to the gym. We didn't have to necessarily pay an extra fee for childcare, and and then there's like also a community of other kids for them. So it's just, it's home.
Yeah, it's we've been talking with a lot of people that have been with us for 3 or 6 months, so relatively new compared to like you and Ryan. And like this has quickly become their third place. Yeah. You got your home, you got work, and then everybody usually has that third place where they go to socialize or do their hobby or whatever. And this is checking all of those boxes for them. So it's pretty cool that a lot of people have similar experiences here.
Collective experience here.
Yeah. Well, something that is unique for you is like, yes, you're enjoying the community, but you've also found a way to, I guess you can say, give back to the community, get more involved with the community with something that you specialize in.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes. So part of, I guess, what brought yoga to Delaware Fit Factory was a little bit of a package deal, because you were like, well, yes, you can try to teach yoga here. I'm not sure how this is going to work out, but let's try it. But also come in and do the classes. And I was like, oh shit, okay. So here we go. But yeah, like, I saw how much the community mattered to my husband, and how much, like, they lifted him up when he was coming in here during, you know, his unknowing of CrossFit, and when he felt like he was, you know, had his baby legs on, I guess, so to speak. And I just loved that it was such a supportive place. And I was like, you know, they could really use some support too, in terms of, like, loving back on themselves a little bit, because CrossFit's, you know, it can be kind of aggressive, so to speak. It's super fast paced, and you push yourself to an edge that you wouldn't maybe normally in your day-to-day life, and that causes a lot of, you know, tension and buildup. And it's like, how can I maybe give back to them the way that, like, I know, coming home to myself in yoga. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's like, I feel like they could use that. And so far, it's been a pretty good experience here.
Yeah, I agree. It's been really nice to, like you said, CrossFit is intense. And we do some other things, but, like, a majority of the fitness that we do is CrossFit.
And there's just, like, not as much, like, yes, we have, like, the warm up and the cool down period, but I wouldn't say that that's something that we take, like, a true amount of time to target, right? Yes. Where it's like, you can come to these yoga classes and spend an entire hour breathing into those places that you're holding that tension, or the places that you've particularly challenged that week, and giving them a little bit of reprieve.
Yeah. And I think that's something that, I mean, every person is unique and all of that. But when people are asking, like, oh, you also have yoga classes, and I'm like, yes, I'm going to go ahead and give you the inside scoop. Lauren does CrossFit with us, and the classes are made to feel to make the CrossFitter here just feel better. Like, it's like you were talking, it's intense. We've got our foot on the gas pedal, and we don't always take our foot off the gas pedal. Sometimes it's like 30 seconds of stretching each side, and then we're out of here. We're going back to work or something like that.
Yeah.
You do the workouts. You know where we're sore,
yeah,
and how sore, and just slowing down, like, listening to your body. It is like when you first started and you were using words like restorative and all of that, I'm like, sounds like yoga terminology to me. Cool, I'll try it out. It absolutely is. Like, you go, you feel so much better, and then, like, you're ready to either enjoy the rest of the weekend, or, you know, it's right before open gym in our High Rocks class on Sunday, so you're ready to just get right back after it. I think it's unique because you're in it with all the CrossFit,
yeah,
and then you tailor it to that kind of stuff. It's not just like, hey, this should be your only thing. You're very aware of what people do outside of your yoga classes.
Yeah.
So.
Something I read the other day too that really kind of resonated with me, and it's kind of been an underlying philosophy of the way that I teach, is making these things accessible to people even when they don't come to my classes. And that kind of, like, hit me a little bit, you know. I was like, yeah, of course I want people to come to my classes, you know. I would love to make a living, you know, but I'm also like, I hope that these are things that people are able to take away and go, oh my gosh, I could really use some relief right now. Oh yeah, Lauren showed me this thing with my yoga blocks, or, like, Lauren showed me this thing just sitting down and leaning my neck this way, whatever it is, you know, just something that makes it accessible. And then, of course, like, there's layers to it, right? Making things more challenging, or allowing yourself to, like, go deeper into a posture, of course, but, like, I don't know, that just really resonated with me. Like something that they are able to still take away and it's tangible and they can use it outside of this space.
So you've got classes Sundays at 9.
Yeah.
And Thursdays at 7. What else?
So another underlying philosophy, right, is living seasonally. That's something that has been just a goal of mine. So honoring these seasonal changes that happen within. So I've been running these quarterly events here at Delaware Fit Factory, centered around the like solstices and the equinoxes. A little bit of like a nervous system reset going, all right, I'm stepping into whatever season it is. Currently, we're about to go into the summer solstice, so 2 weeks away, not quite. And what that means for us. So I've got that going on. I'm doing a little bit of some collaborations with some other small businesses in downtown Delaware. I have dreams of doing retreats. I went on this like family retreat style birthday celebration this past weekend, and it was just incredible. We had like 10 families, did like some CrossFit workouts, some yoga. We had stuff for the kids. We did a big, huge family field day. All of the food was so intentionally thought out. And I'm like, I think people would love that. And so, yeah, I don't know. I'm always dreaming. I'm always just trying to find ways of like bringing people together, having like a collective experience and letting it be in like good health, like is kind of where I'm at.
Yeah. And I think that is with your approach to health and fitness and your willingness to step outside and try other things like CrossFit. I personally think you should jump right into that, because having something where you've got a very well-rounded approach to fitness, so physical, like mental and emotional, and like just also not forgetting all the elements, like yes, you got to work hard and take care of your body, but yes, you also have to rest hard and let your body recover appropriately, while being mindful of your feelings and your season of life and everything, that all kinds of stuff. I see that like in your yoga practice, and I think that'd be a great opportunity. I'd love to see you just continue to make that dream a reality.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting. So the summer solstice, tell us about that event.
All right. So I think like we're moving into summer, and in the summertime, we feel that more like vital life force energy happening. We feel more ready to take things on. Like you get up and you get out more. So my intention behind this particular event is going to be a little bit more powerful. I do intend to do more power yoga this particular event, which is not something I ever have taught here at Delaware Fit Factory. So I am excited to kind of like turn the heat up a little bit and make some people maybe sweat and shake and chair pose. Don't kill me. I love you guys. I really do. But it's going to be fun. And it'll still end on like a restorative note. But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of want to like turn it up a notch and show people a little bit different side of what I have done in yoga before. I constantly am telling everybody like, guys, there is no such thing as an advanced yogi. Like there's not there's no such thing as an advanced pose. And I have a feeling people will go to this event and be like, Lauren, those were much more advanced poses. But I promise they will still be accessible. It will still be fun and challenging. And we're going to take some time to do a little bit of like journaling meditation, because I do think that that's important. I think words are incredibly powerful. And when you have something that you can look at and words that you have wrote down, that you have like put thought and intention into, you have a reminder, right? And So we'll have that little piece of it. And then I've been playing around a little bit with my hand drum, and it's like a very intense vibration. So I'm going to bring some of that into the sound portion of it to kind of just intensify that feeling of summer.
I tell people you're we talked about it when Ryan had the microphone. The full, not just body, but like you hit all the senses, except maybe taste. That'd be weird.
Hey, sometimes we bring like teas and stuff.
Okay, that's true. That's true. So when I walk into the gym and it smells so good, I'm like, I love, like, most of the time it's after church I come in, but I kind of feel like I get part of the experience of the class that just finished up because it smells so good. And then you've got the different elements that you're bringing in, like the lights are turned down, the music is absolutely different than what we'll work out to. It smells great. So, and then not to mention the touch stuff, the cold towels in the hot summer days. So I think you already have such a great, well-rounded approach to it, and you take that and you offer such an awesome like experience for every sense, and then adding the unique elements like you're talking about. Journaling, I have been very vocal about like my struggles with mental health. Journaling is something that I've done for several years. So just getting stuff out of your brain and putting putting pen to paper. Most of the time I'll have like a prompted journal, so there will be a question already and whatnot. I tell people all the time, like, get your goals and whatnot out of your head too. So tell it to somebody else, or we have the big board, the wall that, write it down. I think that, and then also seeing it, like reading it back has been another experience for me. Seeing, constantly like, hey, let's go back and look at the goal board, see what you wrote down. And it's like reaffirming, like, I can do hard things, or I have gone through this, or I am capable of, reaching for the stars and getting it. So I think that'll be a huge success. How do people find that event? How do they sign up? When is it?
It is Sunday, June the 21st, 7 to 9 p.m. It is on Father's Day, but it's a beautiful way, I think, to celebrate Dad too. The son is a very masculine, centered, entity. So it just kind of is aligned. You can sign up. I have a link on my bio on Instagram. There is also QR codes in a few places throughout the gym, like over towards the bathroom, over at the front bulletin board. I did post it on the social page. Like I don't know. It's shared throughout. Yeah.
Yes. We just sent out an email.
There's an email.
Yeah. If you're listening and you're interested in more details, shoot us a message on YouTube.
I will get you a
Instagram.
link.
Well, we will find a way to get you the link. And I actually just made an announcement. I just got done coaching the noon class, which is why you look great and I look like I just went swimming. But hey guys, there's this yoga event. It's on Father's Day. Treat yourself. Like, you deserve it. You don't just have to, sit in your backyard and be hot and drink a beer and eat, some terrible food on the grill.
Yeah.
Do that at noon. Like, do that for lunch.
Yeah.
And then
come get ready for bed.
Yeah, exactly. Come in, like, it's like I said, it's a really great experience. And then just to go back to that word restorative, like, you kind of like, it's a treat for your body. We kind of break down your body a lot. We break down your body when you work out. That's how we get stronger, when your body recovers. But if you don't take that time to slow down and recover, you're not getting the full advantage of working out. So this is a great way to do that.
Yes.
And then also mentally with journaling. So very cool. You mentioned power yoga. Mm-hmm. Pretend like I'm an 8-year-old who doesn't know anything about yoga.
Okay.
I don't know anything about yoga, actually. So what's the difference between power yoga and any other kind of yoga? Give us a rundown.
So, man, there are a lot of different styles of yoga. I could not begin to even break them all down. But power yoga to me is something where you're definitely going to be up on your feet more, and you are going to hold poses a lot longer. So think like standing on your feet with your arms spread out in that T-shape warrior pose and holding it for like 10 breaths. And you are like pulling from your midline of your core, and you are just holding it, not your breath, but the pose. And then you would like turn and hold up into the arms being up, like a lunge pose. And then you're going to hold that again. So there's like micro small adjustments and then holding. And it kind of just really cranks that heat up. You will flow through those, like moving from one pose into the next fast, but then you hold. Restorative, you get to kind of wallow. You get to just be a blob, so to speak. It's about letting yourself really rest. There's more advanced restorative, yin, where you're going to get into these really long holds, kind of similar to power. I say yin is the yang, right, to power, or power is yang, yin yoga is yin. But yin's going to be more on the floor. But think like when we get into like pigeon pose, holding, instead of like one breath in over here and then switch pigeon to the other side. Like, you're going to get down, you're going to hold it, and you're going to breathe into all of those places. There's hatha yoga, which I believe is like more flowy. Like you're going to move from one posture into the next, and it feels a little more like dancey, so to speak. I might have that very wrong. That's vinyasa. There's a lot. There's so much. I particularly like 2 styles.
Hey, everybody's got their own flavor.
Yeah.
I think that it's kind of, it's not unlike weightlifting. There's so many different kinds of weightlifting. And there are even times like we'll be coaching and we'll slip up. Today we're going to do power cleans. Nope. Let's look over at the TV. It says squat snatches. So
yeah,
that's cool that there are so many different elements of yoga, but there's some stuff that that ties it all together, and you can bring your own unique flair, your own unique yoga flair or flavor or whatever.
Like when I was talking to Jared yesterday and I texted you, he told me the class that he teaches, and it was a mouthful. I don't remember what he said, but vinyasa was in there, and I was like, okay, I could do that. I know what that is, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Let's go. So we kind of talked about like big dreams. Is there anything that maybe 2026 that you were looking, maybe, past the solstice event, that you're looking forward to? Maybe Vital Love Yoga specific or not, but like anything in 2026 that you're looking forward to here at Delaware Fit Factory?
Oh my gosh, I feel like there's so many things. I'm looking forward to doing Summer Showdown. I'm going to give that a try again this year. Try not to die of a heat stroke. I mean, a little bit. I don't know. We're going to do it, right?
It'll be a surprise this year.
Oh, okay.
It'll be different.
All right. Oh, okay. And that's not intimidating at all. I don't know, like I'm just looking forward to more of the communal events that we get to have. I'm looking forward to dreaming up a couples retreat with my husband. We're talking about doing just a little, like maybe on like a Friday or a Saturday, a 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. couples retreat. I can't tell you everything that will be involved in that. Like we're still kind of in the dreaming process, but I want to make it happen before September. So maybe in like August. We've kind of been sitting on the couch and chatting about that and talking about what that will look like. So I am looking forward to actually working with my husband in some capacity.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect timing. And especially with some of the stuff I've talked to Ryan about, I think that will allow him to work his his creativity a bit.
Me too, because it's
field,
in there, and he don't get to have an outlet for it a lot. So I really am excited.
Yeah. So I like to kind of towards the end of every episode really shoot some rapid fire questions.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So if you pause and you have to be like, you're thinking too much.
Okay.
We're going to start CrossFit specific.
Okay.
Or I guess workout specific. What is your absolute favorite thing to do in a CrossFit class? What movement or maybe what type of workout?
I love a devil's press. I know. I get that look every single time. And every time we have a workout, I watch everybody complain and go, oh, I hate this movement. And I don't know. It just makes me feel really strong.
Okay. I like it. You've got a reason. It's not just because, like, well, I like the name of it.
Yeah.
Cool. So, least favorite?
Oh, gosh. Probably just regular burpees. Like, why do those?
Okay.
I know.
Hold on.
But let's add some dumbbells and let's throw it overhead, and it just completes the movement.
You and Jess have almost the exact same answer. You both love devil's press, which is a burpee, and then you have 2 dumbbells. You take them overhead after you do the burpee. But if you don't have the dumbbells, then that just turns it into the worst possible thing in the world.
I think because, like, let me think here. How am I saying it? Like, quantity of burpees is typically higher than the quantity of devil's presses that we would do. So, like, when we have those, like, okay, do 20 burpees in between these 2 movements, I'm like, I hate this so much. But if it's like a devil's press that's worked into, like, that is the actual part of the strength piece, I guess, so to speak, like you're adding that strength by adding the weight. I don't know. It just feels more powerful.
Yeah, it is usually less. And people like to move weight. Favorite, we'll say CrossFit Open memory.
Oh, good Lord. I don't know that I necessarily have a favorite memory, but I just love the atmosphere of the CrossFit Open. Like, it's so fun. It feels, just a different vibe than what our usual evening classes are.
Yes. Least favorite, like, workout experience. Have you had a specific workout that you remember the movement that sets the reps and you'll never do it again? Or maybe you want to do it again because you just hate it that much?
Oh, gosh. I can't remember, like, the workout that was what the workout was called or anything like that, but it was a day that my son was being incredibly clingy, and he usually is not, and I was doing box jumps, and he came over and I think, like, probably smacked me on my backside, and I thought when I was coming down off the box, I don't know, it just felt dangerous and not safe. And at the end of that, I felt like so adrenaline rushed because it just caught me off guard. And I don't know why, but that has particularly just scarred me.
So box jumps, you're always going to be thinking that cruise is coming.
Box jumps, I'm constantly, like, watching for, watching out what's going on.
Cool. Any favorite, like, yoga class or experience that maybe isn't like, oh, I told somebody to do a downward dog and it was the best one I've ever seen? Anything that you've experienced as a teacher that really, like, for me, we had snatches in class, and there were so many, like, I would say just the right thing. I had a lot of people that I normally don't coach, but I would say the right thing, and then something would click, and I would lose my mind. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, we did it. We fixed it. Like, great job. Put some more weight on the bar. So anything as the instructor that has really stuck out, any experiences like that?
Every time that I have someone in one of my classes and nothing I do, I don't feel is particularly, like, crazy or, inaccessible for people. But sometimes people second guess themselves. And when I'm able to, like, cue it up in a way that they can understand and that moment clicks for them and I see it click for them, I just love that. Like, I love it so much. And it's happened quite a bit here at Delaware Fit Factory, especially when we are so tense from doing CrossFit. And, people come into my class and they're like, well, I'm not flexible. I can't. I'm like, no, baby. You're going to do this. I promise. Yeah. And I love to see that happen for people. Yeah.
I had to pull the can't rule out today. Somebody said, I can't do that. Cool. Do 3 burpees and then we'll talk again. And I think it's similar. I don't think you've ever made people do burpees in your class, in yoga classes, but yeah, similar. They're like, I can't do that. I'm not able to do that. And then you find a way to like really challenge them. It's really
Sometimes
cool
it's like literally just a bend of the knee and you see their like light bulb go off. Like, why didn't I think to just bend my knee a little bit more, you know? And it's like just little simple things like that. But I love that so much because that helps build that mind-body connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite essential oil or scent to use for your yoga sessions?
Oh man, I don't necessarily have a favorite. I like to play the little witch in me loves to just make potions, you know. So today we're hanging out with a little frankincense. It felt like a little masculine grounding. I knew that you had worked out and then coached, and I was
So
like,
you needed to make it smell good.
You need a little cool down, you know? So I was like, we'll make it smell nice and it be kind of like a grounding, more masculine scent.
What do you put in the cold towels?
I love to do something that is more like restorative. So a lot of like lavender, and that sort of thing. Lavender based a lot of times, but I play around with those too.
Lavender's the thing. My girls wanted some lavender recovery cream for their hands or whatever. It's also in all of the drinks, all the coffee drinks and whatnot downtown during the summer. So
lavender is very
everything.
trendy.
Yes. If let's say of all the people that you know that you work out with, if they could do one stretch or one pose at home for 1 to 2 minutes every night, what would you recommend they do?
I would recommend that everybody at this gym buys 2 to 3 yoga blocks and that they just literally lay on them every single evening. One under the head, one in between the shoulders, and one under your hips, and let yourself be a little cloud because it feels really good. It opens up the chest. It hits all 3 of these pressure points where we hold a lot of tension, the neck, the shoulders, the hips. And you could literally just lay there and watch TV, or you could just close your eyes. But I think every single person should own 2 to 3 yoga blocks.
2 to 3 yoga blocks. Do you have an Instagram reel or YouTube video showing exactly where to put the blocks?
No, but I will make one.
In about a week, there will be one. Yeah.
No, I'll make it tonight. You want that tonight? I got you.
Very cool. All right, so we've got somebody on the fence, and normally, like if I'm interviewing a coach or a member, you know, they're on the fence about joining a gym and all that. Maybe somebody's just not sure whether it's come into the gym to try CrossFit or if it's maybe a CrossFit member and they're just like, I don't know about yoga. Somebody's just on the fence, intimidated, what have you. What would you say to them? What advice would you have for them?
I would say have an open heart and come as you are. My classes, and every single one of these classes that I have experienced here at Delaware Fit Factory, it's a non-judgmental zone. Like, it really is come as you are. This is meant to be your practice. This is meant to be your workout, whatever that looks like for you. Everything that I offer and everything that I see offered here is accessible to every single person. And I really do kind of credit CrossFit to me stepping out even more as a yoga teacher and as a like ceremony and events facilitator, because I had no clue what I was doing. I was very intimidated by CrossFit. But coming in here and doing these workouts, I'm like, I can freaking do hard things. And it makes putting myself out there feel a little bit easier each time. So I would say give yourself a chance to just experience something that's different. And if you don't like it, you never have to come back.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, come as you are, and you know we got you.
Yeah.
We will meet you where you are.
There will be someone here that knows your name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. I feel a T-shirt coming on. Come as you are.
Yeah, I love it.
Gotta
Little
make sure-
Nirvana.
I was going to say, we need to double check that it's not trademarked or anything like that. No, very cool. Well, Lauren, thank you for joining us on the Fit Frequency. If somebody wants to find you on social media, where do they
I am Vital Love Yoga on Instagram. I'm just Lauren St. John on Facebook. It's too many pages, you know.
There's too many things.
Too many social media things. So
Yeah.
just Lauren St. John, Vital Love Yoga. You can find me there. You can find me here.
Very cool. And listeners, if you got some value out of this episode, definitely share it with a friend. Go find Lauren on Instagram so you can get into her bio and sign up for the Summer Solstice event. And, just remember to keep taking care of yourself, whether it's working out or whether it's taking care of your body, with restorative measures. Make sure that you eat better, you sleep better, and you train better so that you can be better every single day.
Yeah.
We'll catch you in the next one.
Sounds good.